Yeah, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Prison Break Raw. I'm your host, the one and only Big JD. How many of yous want to see me use these hands? How many of yous Wessy Sissy, Sassy Savvies, any of you other hardcore ardent supporters of these other boob tube channels like 1090 Fake, Ryan Phony Baloney Leone, Christina Randall with her culturally appropriated shitlocks hairdo, maybe what's up, my peeps, William Ainsworth, or the biggest drama queen, fake, phony lop of them all, Snitch Watson. How many of you want to see me get my fucking face bashed in? How many of you want to see a mud hole get stomped in my ass? You want to see me get hit so hard that my man boobs are out of style by the time I wake up? How many of you want to see that? Well, you're going to get your chance, but it may go the opposite direction. Because I, for one, ain't going to underestimate this dude and be a fucking idiot for him to underestimate me. You never underestimate anybody despite the optics. That's the golden rule. In case you're wondering who I'm talking about Crazy Nick over there at Crazy Stories. Go check him out. Little bit over 1,000 subscribers, although 90% of his subscribers are people that I pissed off on this channel. So in like a mass exodus, stumbling through the desert, tired, weary, and hungry, they came across an oasis called St. Nick, the self-proclaimed moral champion of truth on YouTube. You're going to be around for a while, pal. So this guy challenges me to a fade. I humbly accept. And this is no bullshit. I do accept. He could get on his channel and say that I'm lying, all this and that. No, this is the real shit. The real thing. It is. I'm not on federal probation anymore, so I can accept this fade. I could take it. Yeah. He also said anywhere, anytime, so he put the ball in my court. So I'm setting the conditions, pal. Right here in OKC. I'm getting with my boy Crump, Elijah Crumpton, professional MMA fighter. We're going to get a ring, set up in a gym with a referee, three-minute rounds, 3 knockdown rule in effect, boxing, straight toe-to-toe boxing, old school for 2 old school cats. None of this rolling around on the ground bullshit. Boxing. That's how it's going down. But he gets on his channel today saying nobody's going to fight him. And then he does the same thing that everybody else does. Street beefs! We're going to go to street beefs! I got your street beef hanging for any of you that keep talking about it. Fuck street beefs. Street beef hanging right here. 7.5 inches with some big fucking webbles attached to it. You think I'm going to fly all the way to Virginia and fight you for free? Do I look like a socialist to you? I'm a capitalist and proud of it. If anybody's going to profit off my drama, it's not going to be Scarface. It's going to be me. And it's going to be Nick. We're going to set it up. $5, $10 a view. Hook up a camera. A live viewing on Zoom. That's how you're going to see it. Or if you want to come down and watch it, we'll have a coverage charge for the door. That's how it's going down. Anywhere, anytime. Well, there's your anywhere, anytime. Somewhere around the end of April, beginning of May, sooner or later, maybe, but around that time frame. I work a lot. This is spur of the moment, so you're going to have to bear with me. I've been working on this for 24 hours, though, so we're already 24 hours ahead. But you got to hear a little bit of backstory about this guy to understand all this shit. So ever since I dropped a Wes Watson video, this guy's been on my bumper. He left some comments like questioning me about where I was at in Salinas Valley, and dude's from Minnesota. He doesn't know nothing about Cali business, but he's trying to speak on it. Then he leaves a comment saying that I raped fucking K-Frog when K-Frog was a little kid. Silly and weird. I deleted the comment and blocked him. Next thing you know, he shows up on Captain Napton's comments talking about he has paperwork on me that I molested a 5-year-old child. Well, I don't know where your paperwork is, pal, where your government website is. He's making it all up in his head. The moral champion of truth on YouTube is a liar when it comes to that. I've caught him in conflicting stories a few other times, but I won't get into that. But that's his thing. He found something and latched onto it. My abuse as a child. 14 years old, 5'7", 125 pounds of nothing. Lured into a spot with adults, professionals, beating me, sexually abusing me, emotionally, physically, and all that stuff, abusing me, drugging me. forcing me to do all that shit under duress. Clowning on somebody's sexual abuse is off limits. Calling somebody a chomo is off limits. You get killed for that kind of shit, where I come from. But he called me a chomo. He said, because you did it, when you were 14, how does that make me a chomo? I was forced. If you're talking about having sex underage, well, then I guess everybody's a chomo. If you've had sex under the age of 18. But see, he doesn't think before he speaks. And this shit comes out. And then he connects me with Silverback. I don't even fucking know Silverback. Then he connects me with Mighty Mouse. Well, you can go look at my Why is Savage Mad video, and you can see what I told Savage about Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is Savage's boy. You guys' boy, your fucking idol, is best friends with Mighty Mouse. You know who else is friends with Mighty Mouse? Wes Watson. Nick was on his channel today calling Pino a real gangster for what he did to 1090 Jake. He's a real one. He's a real gangster. Well, guess what? That just goes to show you how out of touch Nick is. Because Pino is best friends with Mighty Mouse. Pino also has bad paperwork. That ain't no gangster where I come from. But that's his thing, saying that my stories don't match up. My stories don't add up. 3 different stories for the same thing. Talking about something that's so emotionally traumatizing for me to even still continue to talk about. He's using that. That's the lowest of low blows, like I said. But I bet you he believes Centoya Brown. All these boob tubers believe her. You know, she ran away when she was 14 to be with her pimp boyfriend who was way over age. He started selling her ass. He even gave her a strap. She blows some dude's head off when he's asleep, takes his money, changes her story 10 times, but they all believe her. But I'm a liar. That shows you the hypocrisy. But it's obvious, right? I'm a white man who's a Sureño and she's a black woman. So yeah, of course he's going to believe her. And that's what it's really all about. But the moral champion of truth that he is. But he's a Wes fan. You go look at his channel. He's subscribed to Wes and Savage Studios. So I have to ask, if you're a champion of truth, how come you're not questioning Wes Watson when all these people have come out and called him on his bullshit? I guess I have to do a paperwork video on Wes to show you what it is. And then if you're really the champion of truth, you'll follow suit on it. But you won't. He won't. And it's only obvious why. I don't know what his falling out with Jake was, but he used to call Jake a real one. Now Jake's a phony. So whatever. But this is the beef. Then we talked on the phone, and it seemed that everything had, died down. Then next thing you know, a few months roll by, and then all this shit starts happening. People in my family being threatened. Kids on Xbox and Facebook being threatened and talked to in a sexual manner. The words that they use are a lot of the same kind of words that he uses. So my thinking was it's either him or it's somebody connected to his channel. So I had to connect the dots. So when in doubt, throw out a scout, right? So I sneak dissed him on my live last week. Hook, line, and sinker, I got him. I will flush you out in whatever crevice or orifice you got yourself stuck into. I'm a cerebral assassin like that. Straight up cerebral assassin. I will get you. And he bit. And now here we are. Nobody called the cops on him. Nobody did anything like that. We're at this moment in time. Whether some civilian or innocent person that has nothing to do with YouTube, scared for the lives of their children, may have called the cops or the FBI, that's on all of yous to sort out. That has nothing to do with me. When your fanboys, when your little ratchet gang, as I like to call them, the ratchet weenies, went out and did that, they lumped you into that conspiracy with them. You had an opportunity to address it, to flush this motherfucker out, to bring him to the surface, and you didn't. You let him off the hook, and you still let him run around in your channel. So what does that say about you? Birds of a feather flock together, right? You want to call me a chomo and connect me to other people like Mighty Mouse and stuff, but yet you got sexual deviants and PC gang members on your channel. Protective custody gang members. Can you even say that with a straight face? Because I can't. So all of this shit comes to a head, and here we are. I'm an awesome player at chess and pinochle, and I will lure you in. If you'd have just stayed silent and just, nobody would have been none the wiser. You probably never would have even got a thought of. And another little news flash. I was thinking about leaving YouTube behind for a while. Maybe even for good, because I work a lot of hours. I don't have time to dedicate myself to this. I'm learning investments. I need to spend some time with my family and friends. I've been in prison most of my life. I have no free time. But now you brought me back, and you brought the old JD back, and no more Mr. fucking nice guy. 187 on all fucking boob tubers. From here on out, I'm going to be stuck to them fools like a Band-Aid. You people are going to cry, you're going to get mad. It's just the way it's got to be. But I've spoken my piece on this one right here. This shit's gotten way out of hand, way out of line. And for you to think that I ain't going to fight you or accept your challenge, you think I'm some kind of lame because I'm a white man? I've been a G up in the streets a long time. You're going to find that out. Win, lose, or draw. You may knock me out. You may beat the shit out of me. But I'm going to keep on getting up until I can't get up no more. You're going to respect me, and this whole fucking genre is going to do the same. And if I got to call out some of these other boob tubers in the end, at the end of it all, and keep this going until I'm either dead or victorious. Because I ain't got nothing to lose. 47-year-old man working in a warehouse. Nothing to lose. Nothing. You think I'm like some rich man off of YouTube? I don't get paid nothing off of YouTube. Really, not nothing. But you came at me first. I never even knew who you were, anything about you, man. But you have this thing for me. So we could settle it like this. In the ring, we'll have a third-party person to hold the money. We'll sign contracts saying that we won't press charges on each of us. If we're in the ring, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to do anyways. But we're grown-ass men in our 40s. I'm not going to fight you in some alley and take the chance of somebody getting killed or seriously hurt, and then one of us sitting in the Oklahoma prison system 10 years from now thinking, why the fuck did I get involved in this shit over a YouTube beef? But here you go. This is the clout you wanted. This is the exposure you wanted. Happy Hanukkah. I just gave you a gift. You should have probably tried this on a bigger channel, but here we are, right? So that's how it's going to go down. He can go ahead and get with me at some point in time, tonight, tomorrow, whenever. We can hash out all the details. But this is happening. If I don't show up, you all have a moral obligation to unsubscribe from this channel. I'm a coward at that point. And I shouldn't be allowed on YouTube ever again. So that's it. My dignity, my pride, my manhood, everything is on the line with this. And we're going to finish this. And in the end of it, keep my name out of your mouth. I'll keep your name out of my mouth. And you keep all your little fucking ratchet weenies out of my life. As a matter of fact, you should be exposing your ratchet weenie that's doing this, because my boy Chris Hayes wants a fade with him for talking that way to his kids. You should let that happen, and he should let it happen. He should be a man. One thing I can say about niggas I respect is at least he has the balls to show his face, which is more than I could say for his ratchet weenies. They have no balls. None. Zero. So that's what it is. You already know what it is. You heard it right here. Prison Break Raw, uncut, uncensored, no holds barred, non-sugarcoated, not politically correct, all up in your face, slapping you with that Fist of reality. And I'm out.